2009. Barack Obama is now president. Michael Jackson died from an overdose. And everyone is in the third year of a global recession. In comes Hirochi, who believed it was a great time to come out with a hip new vehicle. With the mass success of the Mistal and the Rush in America, as well as more niche cars like the Talent, the BR6, and the Aura, Hirochi needed something new to continue their legacy with. And they better not make another minivan. Good thing they didn't make a minivan. The Hirochi Sunburst. Now, instead of looking like a lesbian, you can look like someone who vapes. Whichever one is worse depends on who you ask, but I can tell you this. The Sunburst was built for young people, and not those who critiqued multiple Hirochis in the past for being drab and dull. And boy did they prove the journalists wrong. Besides the existence of the Mistral, the Sunburst was the catalyst that started a movement for Hirochi, leading to the SBR4, the CCF, and the Sunstorm. Turns out, appealing to neat incels with a thing for speed worked better than intended. Not all Sunbursts were built the same. Aside from the obvious sedans versus wagons, there were the 1.6 flat 4s for the Europeans and 2.0 liter flat 4s for the Americans, both made for those who want to look cool but don't really want to attend car meets. Obviously, posers weren't enough for the market, so Hirochi made the more expensive 2.0 Sport S and 2.5 Sport RS models, both in all-wheel drive. They even made police versions based on those units, some in the US of A, and some in Italy and France, because the police departments had the money to afford Sunbursts of all things. Having done mostly what they wanted, Hirochi decided to tackle the rally world. They decided to use the number 53 wagon for NGRC2 and the iconic number 17 championship sedan for NGRC1. Within the 6 years of the Sunburst's existence, before it got discontinued in 2014, the NGRC rally cars managed to attain 6 stage victories. It then became one of the most famous rally cars to be featured in rally games across the world. After conquering the rally scene, Hirochi decided the local public deserved to have the same rallying fun. The base and sport models, as well as a bunch of comfort models made for luxury, did not bring enough money for them, it seemed. However, since selling rally cars to random citizens with possibly no driving skills at all had most likely been illegal, Hirochi had no choice but to go for the second best choice: off-roading. It's like rallying, but slower. The Trailcross models came in different forms: a less popular sport version, a more popular all-wheel drive version, and a very expensive X-Track version, all with varying levels of ego behind every purchase. Believe it or not, turning a rally sports car into an off-road hiker went really well for those looking for something practical that can climb without a high center of gravity. After the discontinuation of the Sunburst in 2014, Hirochi thought, hey, why would we actually scrap the design of this car entirely when we can just make it cheaper and crappier? They proceeded to buy a factory in India to continue producing the Sunburst under a different name, the Phool Start. It was built under one condition: be affordable to as many customers as physically possible. This means they ditched the flat 4s and collaborated with Sherrier to make i3 engines instead. They had the luxurious, affluent, gorgeous 1.5 liter, and the more common 1.2 liter. They even included a diesel engine and a single wagon variant. Lastly, they included the cheapest of all cheap, the Super. Short for super cheap, a more accurate name for it would be super shit, as every single feature that wasn't needed to make a car drive was removed entirely. That includes the air conditioning, which was way more important than any safety feature they removed, considering they were producing the Phool Start in India, of all places. It was more embarrassing to own the Super than to strip naked and run about the streets, but if it moved, it could be sold, and sold it did. They kept it in production even until today, so you may find a Phool Start in India if you travel there right this second. Not the most worthy end to the Sunburst, but the most profitable end indeed. There's a lot of different stereotypes plastered onto the Sunburst due to its many markets it panders to. If it's not surrounded by an aura of vape cloud in Japan, it might be doing a city takeover in California. And if it isn't, then it's probably contributing to air pollution in Utah. And if it still isn't, it's probably trucking along at a steady 30 miles per hour in India. Whichever way you see it, one thing is for sure. No matter which way you look, you'll be able to find a reliable sunburst at any corner.